Where can you volunteer? So this one's interesting. Anywhere, literally anyone that's asking for volunteers, just volunteer. Literally any place can offer it. And usually there's clubs in your high school dedicated to volunteering. You can contact it through them, or you can literally just like show up at like a local hospital and be like, hey, I want to help. That's what I did. I went to Yale New Haven Hospital, and just like every summer I just volunteered there. And a lot of my volunteering hours came from that. I also volunteered through this thing called Key Club, Kiwanis. And that might not be at your school, but basically just, it was a volunteering club. And volunteering is literally just like wherever you can get help, that is pretty much like wherever people need help, that's where you can volunteer. And they will usually not say no to you, especially if you just follow their application process, because like for hospitals, they need to still like be like check you over and stuff like that. They won't say no to any volunteers though. Like where can you volunteer? Anywhere, literally anywhere. Why is volunteering important? Oh yeah, back to back, nice. And what kind of volunteering is valuable? I mean, the reason why volunteering is important is because it's showing, first off, it's like you're actually contributing in your community and actually being a part of it, which is kind of important, especially for adult life. But the other reason is because it's showing colleges, and this is going to sound shallow, but it's showing colleges, hey, I care enough to like contribute to my community. And as shallow as that sounds, that is part of why volunteering is important, because they want to see that you're not just some shut-in that's just studying in the dark like for hours. Like you can have the best GPA in the world, but if you're doing nothing but like your own personal stuff and not actually like reaching out and helping different people, that kind of shows them that, okay, she's good at what she does, or he's good at what he does, but like not much else. Yeah, that's the thing. Like volunteering not only shows your communication skills, your desire to be a part of your community, but it also legitimately shows colleges, and not only it builds your own communication skills, it shows colleges that you actually care enough to do that kind of stuff. And volunteering just on its own really increases your your communication skills. Like the work I did at the Yale New Haven Hospital was so good, because not only did I meet so many different types of people, I met like so many different types of career fields. Like I'm going into computer science and engineering, but I could literally, if I wanted to, work in the medical field and help people in terms of like helping with computer science research regarding medicine. There's so much you can learn from like volunteering and the different types of people you help out. It's like basically a learning experience. And what kind of volunteering is valuable? And that's the next question. It depends entirely on first, what you're interested in, and two, it's also entirely dependent on what your interests are in terms of your major. Because I was stuck between medicine and engineering. And I volunteered at the hospital because I was trying to figure out if that was going to be my scene or not. And it's not that I didn't like medicine suddenly or just suddenly gave up on it. I just preferred engineering. And part of volunteering there helped me realize that. And what kind of volunteering is valuable? Usually like, any type of volunteering can be valuable to you, but usually like consistent volunteering at specific organizations can help out, like either at a hospital or some other kind of volunteering. Like I have a teacher that every year during Christmas time, holiday times, always brought together the engineering kids from her community to basically collect as many toys as possible so that she can give them over to hospitals and stuff like that. And it doesn't have to be about hospitals. I know that example keeps going back to hospitals. I promise it doesn't have to be, you don't have to volunteer at a hospital, especially in today's climate. You could literally just raise money and donate to charities and all that kind of stuff. Anything is really valuable in terms of showing that you've put in lots of hours of time and effort into volunteering, whether it be many different small things or one specific big thing. How old was I when I volunteered for the hospital? At the hospital, roughly 15. Like you could be however old. Like you don't need to be like 60 to work, or like, it's not anything. You could be as old as you want, to work and volunteer at any place really. It's usually only like cooking places where you need to be like 18 in order to volunteer, because they don't like you handling food unless you're like a specific age, which most of the time they could sidestep that. You could do other stuff in a kitchen or like a charity kitchen other than cooking stuff, so you can sidestep that regardless.